Hello, I'm Coach Christian, and I help extremely stressed people to deal with their stress by observing it for themselves. Welcome to yet another video. Every single day, I publish a video that's designed to provide you with tools that you can use to deal with any stressful situation in your life. All right, let's move into the question of the day. The question is as follows: Coach Christian, what mindset should I have in order to succeed in life? Coach Christian, what mindset should I have in order to succeed in life? Yeah, I know. I mean, your society has taught you that the society teaches us all the time that we need to have a certain mindset. There's a certain mindset, a certain way you have to think. Um, something's okay. So society has taught you that you have to have a certain mindset. There has to be you have to think a certain way in order to succeed, right? So you probably, if you've been on YouTube, you've heard about the warrior mentality. You have to be hardcore, and you've probably seen all sorts of other mentalities. Uh, I know grit mentality. There's so many mentalities, ways, certain mindsets you've been taught to have. But let's look at it carefully. You're assuming that you need a specific mindset in order to succeed, right? I disagree. What is a mindset? When you talk about a mindset, it means that your mind is set, right? Right. So why the heck would you ever want to set your mind? It's like when you set something, you fixed it, right? Isn't it? Like set the table. If they ask you to set the table, what does that mean? You get everything and you put it on the table. You create a certain structure for the table, right? Um, when you set the clock, you fix it to a specific time, isn't it? Uh, a setup is a particular structure, isn't it? Let's uh, let's set up the game, right? If it's like let's set up the game, let's put the pieces in a particular way. So when your mind is set, it means your mind is fixed. Now, why the heck would you want to have a fixed mind, right? If you have a fixed mind, you're in prison. You see, it's like your mind is locked in a particular way, in a particular pattern, right? So, I mean, I don't know why you would look. I don't know about you, right? But like this is actually true of every human being. We don't want to be prisoners. We prefer to be free, right? The human being has a basic desire to be free. You want to be free, isn't it? So, and you want to be free in every single way, right? You want to be physically free. You don't want to be in jail, locked in a room. You want to be free to go wherever you want to go. You also want to have a free, right? Freedom from. Uh, you don't want to. You don't like to be limited in any way, right? This is the nature of the human being. The human being is seeking to be boundless. Pay attention to every single thing that you do, right? It's like you're never satisfied, isn't it, right? So like if you buy a house, if you buy a, I don't know, $50,000 house, pretty soon you're wishing you had a house that was more expensive. You're looking at a more expensive house, right? Isn't it? Um, if you earn a particular amount of money, you want to earn more. Have you ever reached a point in your life where you said you're satisfied, you don't want more? Obviously not, right? You might say you're satisfied, but if you look deep down, there's something more that you want out of life, right? You want something more. This is the nature of the human being. Nothing will ever satisfy. You always want more. The human being wants to be boundless. In particular, you also don't want to be locked in a particular pattern of thinking. You don't want to have your mind set in a particular way. Right? At the beginning, it will be exciting, but the mindset will become a prison, you see, because life cannot be figured out, right? You can't, there is no system of thought that has figured out what life is, right? You know this, isn't it? Right? So, I mean, people have been trying, right? Like philosophers and stuff, but they haven't figured out life. Life is too complex. You know this. Life is too complex to be captured in any particular system of thought. Okay? Because this is why is this? Because every system of thought is not the reality. The thought is not the thing. The description is not the described. For example, there's the word book and then there's the actual book, isn't it? The word book is not the book. The book is something else. I can say the word tree or have a picture of a tree in my head, but my image of a tree or the word tree is not the actual tree. The tree is a certain object in the outside world and it's not a word. You see, the word is never the thing. Now think about any system of thought, any philosophy, stoicism, whatever the philosophy is. Any philosophy, any system of thought, any mindset is a bunch of thoughts, isn't it? None of those thoughts is the reality, you see. So those thoughts are just going to trap you, right? So, what are some of the mindsets maybe you've been taught in order to be successful? Never give up, right? That's a mindset you've been taught. If you want to be successful, you never give up. You have to have the mindset of I never quit. You see, but of course, if you look at things carefully, you'll realize that actually it's a good idea to quit, right? The key is it's not even about knowing when to quit. It's not just about not quitting. It's about when knowing when to quit and when to keep going, right? I mean, in your life, just look at it. You've done there's a bunch of foolish things you've done in your life, right? So it's kind of like, look, if I say to myself, I never quit, this means that in situations where it's necessary to quit, I'll keep going, right? Let's say I'm at a job that's not making me happy. It's making me miserable. I don't like being there. I always wanted to be a dancer, but now I'm working in a bank, right? If I have the attitude that I should never quit, I'm going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, right? Which will make me more depressed, more sad. My body will start to give in. When in fact, it would have been smarter to realize beforehand, look, this is not what I want to do, right? I don't like working in a bank every single day. I don't like wearing a suit and tie every single day. This is not for me. Let me quit it and do something else. You see? So this would have been a much smarter way to operate, right? It's not that you should never quit. It's that you should know when to quit and when not to quit, right? So, and I'm not even saying that you, this is bizarre, you see. So am I saying that you shouldn't follow any fixed plan? No, I'm not saying that, right? So let's put it this way. So we're saying every mindset limits me, isn't it? So for example, the mindset that I should never give up is going to limit me because there will be situations under which it's much wiser to continue. It's much wiser to give up and do something else. Yes. If I have the mindset that I should always be nice to people, in moments when it's not necessary, when I have to be tough and not nice, when I have to cause people pain, in such moments I won't do what is necessary because I'm stuck in being nice. If I say to myself, I always have to be tough, I have to be tough and uncompromising and tell people to their face what they're doing wrong. If I take such an attitude it's in situations where the best response is to be hard and tough and critical, of course things will go well. But I will find myself in situations where I don't, confrontation is not the way to go. I'll find myself in situations where I need to be soft. But because I've made up my mind that I must be hard, now in these moments when I need to be soft, I won't be able to be soft, you see. So, but notice this, there's a deeper layer here. Now, if I say to myself that I should never have any mindset, see, that in itself is a mindset, isn't it? Right? It's the mindset of not having any mindset, right? So that, of course, is also problematic. Maybe there are situations in which you should have a mindset and where you shouldn't, right? So now you're probably getting confused. Well, what the heck am I supposed to do, Christian? You're saying don't have a mindset, and you're also saying don't have the mindset that you shouldn't have a mindset, right? Well, how the heck is this going to help me succeed, right? This is a basic question you're going to ask. This is why I don't really like to tell you what to do. Pay attention to your situation, right? Pay attention to your situation and what are your goals. Let's look at your goals. How are you going to get to those goals, and do what is necessary to hit those goals. And maybe you need a mindset. Maybe you need a mindset to get your goal. Maybe you don't. Okay? Is it possible for you to be kind of fluid, right? So it's to achieve your goal, there's going to be points where you're going to need to be rigid. There's going to be points where you're not going to need to be flexible. There's going to be points where you have to act in a particular way, maybe be kind, and points where you need to be harsh. All these situations are going to arise. Now, in some situations, you'll have to just stick to your guns and not be flexible. And in other situations, you'll have to be flexible, right? So, what I prefer to do is let's look at the situation. The situation tells you how to act instead of having a predetermined way of how I'm going to look at things, you see. It's not necessary to have a mindset to look at things in a particular way. Why not look at things the way they are instead of looking at them with a mindset, you see? Okay, fine, Christian. So, how do I look at things without a mindset? How do I operate without a mindset? Because you might say, look, I need a system of beliefs in order to navigate the world, right? I need to believe that I will succeed in order for me to keep going. Well, do you? No, you don't, right? Is it possible for you to keep going even if you don't believe that you'll succeed? Of course, right? Do you really need to believe anything? Or like, will you collapse if you have no beliefs? The answer to that is no. There are certain moments in your life where your mind is totally empty. There's not a single thought in it. In such a moment, you have no beliefs, no image, and yet you're still intensely alive, you see. So the question you might ask is, well, Christian, how do I not have a mindset? How do I not have a belief? The answer is that I don't know how you do that. But here's what I can say. Observe, just pay attention to when you're looking at things via mindset. In that moment, the instant, right? The instant you notice that you have a mindset, in that moment you have no mindset, right? When I notice the belief, right? When I notice myself thinking that this will definitely succeed, the moment I notice this thought, in that moment I'm not caught in any belief. You see, when you become aware of the mindset, I'm not saying suppress it or encourage it. When you become aware of your mindset, that your mind is set, your mind is limited, you're looking at things through a particular lens, when you pay attention to that, in that moment, you're not taken over by the mindset, you see. What you want is a free mind. You don't want a set mind, right? A set mind is going to stop you from seeing things as they are. It's going to stop you from responding adequately or changing, right? Whenever you meet something that's outside of your mindset. What you want is a mind that is not set, okay? Not set at all. A mind that is open, free to explore, that is uncluttered by beliefs and particular ways of doing things. A mind that is fluid. It never allows itself to become ossified or, rigid. Right? And then look, think about it, right? If you want to succeed, let's say you want to succeed, isn't it? You have a business, you want the business to succeed. Or you are an athlete and you want to become, I don't know, look, we could pick it could be anything. You have a career that you want to achieve. You have a relationship that you want to make better. Whatever it is that you want to succeed at, right? There is a gap between where you are and where you want to be, right? You're not successful yet. You want to become successful. To become successful, there are certain challenges you need to overcome. There are certain obstacles in between you and your success. If you overcome these obstacles, of course you'll be successful, yes? This is how it works. If you overcome all the obstacles in your way, then of course you'll get to your destination. Now, whether or not you succeed depends on how you handle all the challenges in your way, all the obstacles in your way. How you respond to the obstacles determines whether you succeed or not. You see, to respond to each obstacle, you need to see the obstacle as it is. You certainly don't want to come at it with a mindset. You want to come at it with an unset mind. Right. This is why I'm not trying to teach you any mindset, right? So now you might say, okay, great, I need to have a mind that's not set. No, that's a new mindset. Yes. I can't really tell you what to do. This is stuff you figure out on your own. Pay attention and see what works. Yes. If you try to not have a mindset, in that moment you have a mindset. Right. This may sound very convoluted to you. I'm going to give you time to just digest it and see. Look, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Ding, 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 ding. This will notify you whenever I publish a new video. Now, every single day I publish a video, and I want to make sure these videos are meeting your needs and answering your questions. So if you have a question, please add it in the comment section below. And if you have a comment, please add it in the comment section below. Now, of course, I might if you ask me a question, I may answer it in a forthcoming video. And I also want to know what you're thinking. So if this whole idea intrigues you of approaching each problem afresh, instead of coming at problems with a set mind, you come at them afresh, looking at the problem as it is. If this idea interests you, you want to just observe things as they are and deal with the reality instead of coming at it with a set mind, then I do have a tool that will be useful for you. Just go to the description of this video and click on something called the Observe approach. This will give you free and instant access to a simple but very powerful method that you can apply right now to deal with any problem that's stressing you out, right? Look, and I think I do have some videos related to this topic of how to succeed. So if you want to see those videos, look, I'll add them in the description, of this video. Look, otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.